Senusret II, or Sesostris II, was the fourth pharaoh of the 12th dynasty of Egypt. His pyramid was constructed at El Lahun. Senusret II, or Sesostris II, took a great deal of interest in the Fayum Oasis region and began work on an extensive irrigation system from Bar Youssef through to Lake Moeris through the construction of a dike at El Lahun and the addition of a network of drainage canals. The purpose of his project was to increase the amount of cultivable land in that area. The importance of this project is emphasized by Senusret II's decision to move the royal necropolis from Dashur to El Lahun, where he built his pyramid. This location would remain the political capital for the 12th and 13th dynasties in Egypt. Senusret II was known by his prenomen Kakepere, which means the Ka of Re comes into being. The king also established the first known workers' quarter in the nearby town of Senusretotep or Kahun. Co-regencies are a major issue for Egyptologists' understanding of the history of the Middle Kingdom and the 12th dynasty. Many people say that there was a co-regency between actually Amenemhat II and Senusret II, or Senusret II and Senusret III, but basically it's not proved, and some sources say that also Senusret II rule was actually co-regent, some not. But the length of the reigns of Senusret II and Senusret III are one of the main considerations for discerning the chronology of the 12th dynasty. The Turin canon is believed to assign reigns of 19 years to Senusret II and 30 years of reign to Senusret III. This traditional view was challenged in 1972 when the Egyptologist William Kelly Simpson observed that the latest attested regnal year for Senusret II was his 7th, and similarly for Senusret III his 19th. Now they agreed basically that it's definitely 10 plus years or 19 years, but many Egyptologists and most scholars actually attest or assign Senusret II 10 years of reign. Many Egyptologists oppose this, but that's basically now not possible to prove or resolve this problem. Domestic activities. The Fayum Oasis, a region in Middle Egypt, has been inhabited by humans for more than 8,000 years. It became an important center in Egypt during the Middle Kingdom. Throughout the period, rulers undertook developmental projects, turning Fayum into an agricultural, religious, and resort-like center. The oasis was located 80 kilometers southwest of Memphis, offering arable land centered around Lake Moeris, a natural body of water. Senusret II initiated a project to exploit the marshy region's natural resources for hunting and fishing, a project continued by his successors and which matured during the reign of her grandson Amenemhat III. To set up this project, Senusret II developed an irrigation system with a dike and a network of canals which siphoned water from Lake Moeris. The land reclaimed in his project wasn't farmed. Cults honoring the crocodile god Sobek were prominent at the time. Activities outside Egypt. Senusret II's reign ushered in a period of peace and prosperity with no recorded military campaigns and proliferation of trade between Egypt and the Near East. Around the same time, parties of Western Asiatic foreigners visiting the pharaoh with gifts are recorded, as in the tomb paintings of 12th dynasty official Khnumhotep II, who also served under Senusret III. These foreigners, possibly Canaanites or Bedouins, are labeled as Amu, including the leading man with the Nubian ibex labeled as Abisha the Hyksos, the first known instance of the name Hyksos. Royal court nomarchs, unlike his successor, Senusret II maintained good relations with the various nomarchs or provincial governors of Egypt, who were almost as wealthy as the pharaoh. His year 6 is attested in a wall painting from the tomb of a local nomarch named Khnumhotep II at Beni Hassam. Well, succession is again this co-regency between Senusret II and Senusret III, but definitely they believe that there was definitely some months or maybe even years of co-regency, but a lot of Egyptologists still actually argue against this. The evidence from the papyrus document is now obviated by the fact that the document has been secularly dated for year 19 of Senusret III and year 1 of Amenemhat III. At present, no document from Senusret II's reign has been discovered from Lahun, the king's new capital. Tomb treasure. In 1889, the Egyptologist Flinders Petrie found a marvelous gold and inlaid royal uraeus that must have originally formed part of Senusret II's looted burial equipment in a flooded chamber of the king's pyramid tomb. It is now located in the Cairo Museum. The tomb of Princess Sita Turyunet, daughter of Senusret II, was also discovered by Egyptologists in a separate burial site. Several pieces of jewelry from her tomb, including a pair of pectorals and a crown of diadem, were found there. They are now displayed at the Metropolitan Museum of New York or the Cairo Museum in Egypt. In 2009, Egyptian archaeologists announced the results of new excavations led by the Egyptologist Abdul Rahman Al-Ayedi. They described unearthing a cache of pharaonic-era mummies in brightly painted wooden coffins near the Lahun Pyramid. The mummies were reportedly the first to be found in the sand-covered desert rock surrounding the pyramid.